Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pouring Takes with Charlie and Rhea. Today, Rhea will not be joining us. She's in Houston, right, Charlie?
She is in Houston with family right now for this week. Rhea, we miss you. We will see you next week for our fantasy draft episode. But we always got our lovely Brandon here. So it is a dude show today.
That's right.
And by the way, congrats again for the brunch episode, the girls episode. You guys rocked it. You kicked ass.
Super fun.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
We get the guys.
Yeah, we get the guys episode. So we'll see if
right.
things get steamy a little bit
do
here.
both.
That's right. I swing both ways.
Yeah, there
That's fine.
you go. There you go. Well, welcome to Pouring Takes Podcast. I'm Charlie Van. We're here, as always, at the wonderful Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club in Lake Highlands here in Dallas, Texas. And it is another Monday, which means another time of a lot of sports talk here because there's always headlines, there's always results, there's always news.
Things happen on the weekend, Charlie.
They do.
Like,
apparently, the world does not stop when it comes to sports and entertainment. And with you mentioned the weekend. How was everybody's weekend?
Are you looking at me? Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. You go first.
Yeah,
I'll go
you
first.
You're the producer. You go first.
Okay, so I got my air back on. I had no air conditioning for Monday through Friday. Dude,
Oh, that's
Man.
just awful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have survived. I think I might have
So
died.
we basically just vegged the whole time. We had a draft on Saturday over at the winery.
Sunday.
No, I had a different draft. I
Oh.
had the
Double.
Neighborhood Ladies draft,
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
of which I have been a champion. Currently, my wife is the current champion. The trophy is a very nice block of wood with some etchings and carvings for everybody's win year and things. And then
Nice.
on top is a giant margarita glass. My
Ooh.
wife wanted a margarita glass for a trophy.
I like that.
Have
So
you
there we
ever
go.
used this functionally as a true margarita glass?
Yeah.
Okay. I see
Yeah.
what you did.
It's like 36 ounces. It's
Holy moly.
That's a big boy.
It's mammoth.
Well-
And then we turned around and had another draft on Sunday at the same winery. So I am like wineried out.
Yeah. I mean, it is that time of year for these fantasy drafts.
Oh,
It's
dude.
true.
Like, people are shoehorning them in, right?
I get called
know
at the
people are
last
doing
second.
like 2 on a day.
Yeah, I did 2 on Saturday.
Oh.
But did you? It sounds like you finally got a cool draft in your house.
Hey, this
You know how to
guy.
dad joke all the way.
No,
Dad
but
joke king.
yes. Yeah, that sounds like that's definitely a fun weekend right there. It sounds
Oh,
like.
dude. Yeah.
Brandon, what
Well,
did you do?
Mine started out with a bang.
Yeah?
Because hey, Brandon, let's go see all of the bands that you grew up with in the 90s. That tour is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And The Offspring was in town on Friday night. So not only Offspring, but they had a couple opening bands of Newfound Glory and Jimmy Eat World. So this is right up my wheelhouse of some alternative grunge punk pop rock that I grew up with.
Oh,
And
dude, I just downloaded like all of Jimmy Eat World's catalog. I bought it.
so
yeah,
good.
it's awesome.
I
It was
bought
such
it.
a great show.
Internet.
Like
They're so good live.
I've seen Offspring before,
Yeah.
but I forgot how many like bangers they have. Like
Oh,
every
dude, it's
one
just-
of them, like I know
Every album
word
had
to
like
this.
4 good
Yeah.
singles.
Yeah.
on it.
every
It's
word to
nuts.
this. Every word to this, and they put on such a good show. Production value was awesome. With the board and the blimps and everything just going around the whole thing. It was at Dos Equis, so thousands of people there. It was crowded,
Yeah.
lawn seats, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Did you
right?
stand the whole time?
I did stand the whole time.
He did
You're
stand the whole
crazy.
time.
So I have to get myself prepared for this October festival that I'm going to in Vegas. And I know that is going to be a day, right? Like, it's just going to be a monster. And my fat ass is going to have trouble. And I knew this. So when I got to this show, I'm like, I'm going to stand this whole time. It's about a third of the time, right? If I get there at 5, it's going to end at, 11, So
Yeah.
let's just stand the whole time, get kind of prepared for this. And I am so proud of myself. I did it.
Yeah.
But walking
I was going to
into
say,
my
they had to
apartment
wheel you
that
home.
night sucked.
Yeah.
Like, my thighs were killing me. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I did this, and it was a step in the right direction because, again, that 2 months from now, that's going to be a day.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whip.
So I'm happy that I did that, but it really good news is I woke up Saturday fine, so it's not a lingering thing.
Yeah.
Ah, good boy.
Yeah, it was just that night, and then woke up the next day. I'm like, I can walk. This is great.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Jiminy
wasn't that bad.
crickets.
Well, Brandon, I've always seen you as a stand-up guy, so
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
you are on a roll, Charlie.
it is
Drink
Monday.
again.
Yeah. By the
Any
way,
of these drinks.
You're drinking Dos Equis?
Yeah, Dos Equis. I'm taking advantage of this happy hour that they have here at Underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Cheers.
$3. So
I'm
Nothing
doing
wrong with that.
athletic. I'm having a chilled Monday, but I really do like this beer, actually.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
It is
It's
good.
Yeah.
very tasty. It just doesn't do anything to you.
Well, yeah. Well, sometimes I may need that.
Yes. Maybe you need a little break.
Tanner, what about you?
I'm also drinking athletic, but I hear that they just went to the store to go get me Keefs.
Oh, there you go.
They
'cause
made
you
a
drank it
special
all.
run for you.
They're making a beer run for me.
Look
That
at
is
you.
funny.
Look at him flexing his
Hey,
muscles.
well, let me tell you what. If they do it, that's like $50 that I'll spend.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It's worth it.
What else?
And then Sunday,
Oh yeah.
I binge watched the whole America's Team. Well, I won't say I watched it all on Sunday because I did watch some Friday night after the concert and then
Yeah.
Saturday, but I watched the bulk of it after I got done with the fantasy draft that I did and watched all of that, right? So we can get into that here in a minute. But
How's your team?
how's my team?
Yeah. How is your team? How do you like your
it's-
team?
Pretty good.
You feel confident?
Yeah.
What's your team name? Do you use the same one every year?
Branosaurus Rex Brewery, yeah.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah,
Tanner,
it's
what
my
was your-
it's my fantasy baseball team name and my Kapowski Bowl team name. So I stay pretty consistent there.
There you go.
Yeah, in my other leagues that are snake draft stuff, I changed the name, but on those I consistent.
It's a legacy. He has to hold
Yeah.
up. He's a champion.
I am
2
a
times.
champion.
I'm
3
I'm
times.
right next
3
to the
times.
man.
3-time champion.
The man.
Yeah, but
Oh.
yes, got the email from ESPN that said you grade an A. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
There
mine
you
did.
go.
What was your grade, Tanner?
Not very good.
You don't want to talk about it?
Very, very, very sad. Very
Yeah.
sad trombone.
No, I think I did okay. I couldn't keep everybody that I
Yeah.
wanted to on my keepers, but still ended up with some good players.
You're allowed to keep everybody if you can afford it.
Well,
That's
I couldn't afford everybody I wanted to keep on my team. So, yeah.
oh boy.
Well, I was also to Friday night at that concert with
Yes,
Brandon.
yes.
Supporting
Charlie was
Takes
there.
was in the house. I wasn't standing the whole entire time. I didn't want to block anyone's view.
Yeah,
But,
like this asshole.
he was actually in a good spot, but I had like a couple like right by me. But I will say one thing: it wasn't as hot, which was awesome. But the show was on fire. I actually saw Offspring and Jimmy Eat World separately in 2023, so it was cool getting to see them together
Yeah.
Friday night. However, didn't make it in time for Newfound Glory, but that's kind of what I
They went on early.
expected. But I'm sure at some point with them being back, I'll see them. But Jimmy Eat World's one of my favorite bands. Offspring's one of my favorite bands. So both of them crushed it as always. And just the production value of the set, especially Offspring, is phenomenal.
Yes.
They had the crowd laughing, and it was really cool just seeing like the 8 different age groups in the crowd. Although it did make me feel a little bit older too, but that's kind of cool too, just to see that these bands are going strong. And I can't believe Dexter's 59.
Dude.
That guy does not look. He's rocking.
Yeah, that band's been around forever. I think the mid-'80s is when they
Yeah.
formed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So-
1984.
Oh,
so they were
yeah.
probably like 12, 13, but
Yeah,
but still, that's a long time. And do you know how many times they've played Self-Esteem?
Oh,
Ugh.
It
Yeah.
has to be like 30,000 times,
yeah.
40,000 times.
But they love it. I love when he gets out on the. I forget which one he does. It's an emotional song, but he goes and plays the piano. He did that.
Heaven
Yeah,
So Far Away or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact name of it, but
he did that in 23 too,
Yeah.
and that's really cool.
they did a cool thing where like 2/3 of it was on the piano kind of by himself, and then the last chorus was the whole band out there rocking out for it.
Yeah.
Like Foo Fighters did that with Everlong once, and I thought that was like the coolest way that they could do it. The first half was Dave Grohl doing acoustic,
Yeah,
and then he ran back for the last course, and it was just raw.
Just balls.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's
Well,
amazing.
Saturday, just real quick, hit up the pool, of course. I went to the Datey event over at Henry. That was a lot of fun. We're going to have Abby, the founder, on here in a couple weeks because they're doing a big Datey event in the Village, Dallas. If you want to know what that is, it's a big, really, it is a dating event, but really it's more just an open social event, which is really cool. Just getting out and getting to meet people. Got to meet some other sports fans. Apparently Troy Aikman's former classmate, which was kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, very
So-
important.
Yeah. So, but that was so that was fun. And then Sunday saw Double Bear did acoustic set at Nova. If you haven't been to Nova, highly recommend it. Great food, great drinks for a Sunday spot. So, and I did too. Started watching the Cowboys documentary, which
How far did you get into that?
just 2 episodes.
Okay,
So
2 episodes.
it was a
yeah.
busy weekend, but I'm gonna finish the rest. But it's good.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Again, it's a weird time period for me when that happened, right? Not weird, but like literally I was 10 to 13 when that 90s Cowboys run happened, and that's right when my sports consciousness was coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first sporting event I remember in like just watching was that 91 playoff game against the Bears.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember anything before that in any sport. Just the first thing I remember, Cowboys versus Bears 91 playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So I missed that whole 1 in 15 year that
Probably
they
for
were
the best.
awful.
I mean, I didn't remember much of it.
Yeah, I just don't remember anything before that. So all I knew was Cowboys being good.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so weird because my sports consciousness is coming into play. So I remember these games. I remember the, NFC Championship game against the 49ers and going to that Super Bowl and beating Buffalo the first time, just blowing them out. And I remember all that, but I don't remember all of the news around it, right? Like I remember the split between Jimmy and Jerry, but I don't remember the details that went into it, right? Like I don't remember, Jerry bucking the system and actually like going with Pepsi instead of Coke. And you might not be to that point yet. Again, a lot of those episodes ran together for me, right?
Yeah.
But all of these newsworthy things didn't register with me, so some of it I'm learning kind of for the first time, especially the details of it.
Yeah.
So this documentary was fascinating for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was very young for a lot of that run. I mean, the last Super Bowl win was probably the most vivid I remember. I was 2nd grade, but I remember my dad went to the last 2 Super
you're
Bowls.
a couple of years younger than me, so that kind of tracks.
So, but we'll just paraphrase real quick 1 and 2 that way because I know they run together for you. But episode 1 dives in Jerry's takeover. Well, the rise of the Cowboys, the love of Tom Landry. Texas guy, goes to church here in Dallas. Everyone loved Tom Landry, although things got rough.
Yeah.
He does draft Michael Irvin, or Marshall Irvin, as he was mispronounced.
Yeah. Was it Tagliabue?
Yeah.
That
I
mispronounced his name.
But
Might not have been Tagliabue. It might have been before him.
But the Cowboys were struggling. Their glory days were a little bit behind them, and you already saw, here comes Jerry in. No football background. I mean, we're not talking about his college days, but like oil man, businessman, wants to get his family. And there's already the wheels turning that he's moving on from Tom Landry, that Jimmy's his guy. And Michael Irvin's Jimmy's guy, being on his national championship team. And Jimmy said, hey, look, if the Cowboys call you, go. Because I'm probably going to be there.
Which I did not know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
That was one of the things that I was like, oh, I didn't know that conversation happened.
Yeah, because that already looks like that behind the closed doors. Here comes the takeover. They go to the popular Mexican restaurant that actually Tom Landry, apparently they find out,
which is
loved,
by the way. I go there quite often.
And they have their meeting.
Mia's.
Oh, Mia's. Yeah, they have their meeting there to start the process. He takes over. He fires Tom Landry. He then
on the golf
course. Of course, in his conference, he points out to Schramm and said, I want his job as the GM. So I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much and that's the end of Schramm. So huge legacy for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Here's Jerry Jones. No one's happy. The fans aren't happy. Still, there's a lot of fans to this day that are out on the Cowboys because of that move. And
Yeah, it's hard to recognize, again, a little bit before my time,
Yeah.
right, of just this aura that, and there's our word, aura,
there
that,
you go. We're going to
that
put that on a
Landry
shirt.
had in this area,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you hear stories. You hear stories of, his level of just,
Yeah.
hierarchy, but you didn't live it, right?
No.
You were born, but you
Yeah.
didn't remember it, right? So that's interesting to look back on, even though I know it from secondhand, but it's to see that they had a parade for him
Yeah.
after he was fired is pretty eye-opening.
Well, I will say it's like Bum Phillips.
Yeah.
When he got let go, Houston, I mean, that was madness. So he was so beloved, made that team into a winning team, took him to 2 AFC championships. Where, I mean, you look at Landry, 2 Super Bowls. I mean, when you think Cowboys, you still think the man in the hat.
Yeah.
The
Such iconic.
With that being said, you see the takeover. You see a regression, not an instant, winning. As you mentioned, there was a really bad losses. They draft Troy Aikman, doesn't make things better. And then they go and they get Emmett. And, of course, Aikman goes down with an injury.
Well, remember, they do the Herschel.
Oh, they
trade.
do Herschel. Sorry.
The
Go
Herschel
back. The
trade.
Herschel was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge because Herschel was the best running back at that time.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
had one good player.
He had one good player, but they traded him for 5 picks of no-name guys that they end up dropping.
Yeah, it was such a revolutionary move on. They talk about how the Vikings GM literally said, "No, y'all are so bad.
Yeah.
You just want the players, right?" Like, it shows how the league didn't realize how important draft picks were.
Yeah.
And now draft capital is so important that you see superstar players getting traded for thirds and fourths,
Yeah.
right? And maybe they're past their prime and stuff, or whatever the reasoning may be, but that's what you're after is draft capital, not players. So I think that trade specifically was the one that turned the view of how important draft capital was, because I think even when the trade was made, it wasn't looked upon as a good trade
Yeah.
until revisionist history, right?
Yeah.
Until they dropped these players and said, no, we want the picks.
And I'm kind of jumping ahead, but Herschel said at the time I didn't realize it. Now I did after they lost to the Cowboys in '92.
Like, it was one of those eye-opening things of, oh,
In
I
the
see
playoffs.
what
They did, and it helped. They had.
Yeah.
You look at their draft, that '91 draft, I think
Yeah.
it was when they got Emmett. They got their running back, but then they started getting all these picks. Well, they did trade up.
They
too.
traded up with Pittsburgh to get Emmett. But
So they are building for the future. Of course, that '91 season did not go as planned as they wanted. They do go out. Aikman gets hurt. He sprains his knee or hyperextends his knee. Here comes Steve Berlin in, who just you want to have your Cooper, that backup Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Saving the season. He did that. And Jimmy made a drastic decision when I'm just skipping ahead. Aikman was healthy, clear to play, decided not to play him.
yeah, it definitely showed going into that NFC Championship
Yeah.
game against San Francisco.
Yeah.
There was a lot of concern on who the starter was, right? And then, of course, Aikman gets the concussion in that game, and it's So
Yeah, no, so it is an interest, but when you see them turning it around, when it was getting Charles Haley, bringing Charles Haley in, who was the outlier in the league. He was intense, he was controversial, how he treated prospects or rookies.
Well, tune in to Netflix.
I know.
yeah, Tanner's trying to rush us here. So
No, I know. So, but to praise it. Watch it is good. It builds up to where we are now.
yeah, so where you
For the
left off
Cowboys.
is almost to the point where Emmett has this holdout.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
mirrors today,
Yes.
right? So what's going on in Cowboy land today that has not changed in 35 years?
Holdouts.
Holdouts
Getting
with
paid late.
superstar players,
Yes.
right? So with the Micah,
Yes.
that's what
so
we
we'll
need to talk about.
transition to that because that is what is now. And what we've learned is what you'll learn from the documentary, and is nothing really changes.
Yeah.
Maybe different names, different superstars, but the same of pay too late, hold out, what's going to happen. We do it every year, and still we're a week away from the start of the season, and Micah hasn't been paid. But today, Scary Terry McLaurin, who also said, trade me, Commanders.
Yeah, he
got
had the
pay.
same trade demand.
Yes, $94 million. Was it 3 years? 4?
Something like
Yeah,
that. I don't have the
94.
details.
And also Trey Hendrickson, who also one of the top defensive players in the league, got paid.
Yeah, his is a little different. It's
Yeah.
still just a 1-year deal that they just gave him a raise, right?
But he still
So
gets
he's
paid.
still going to be a UFA
Yeah.
after the season. Little different, but what it does show is now, or what it does put into a picture frame here, is now Micah and the Cowboys are the only holdout remaining, right? Which, after watching that doc, that's what Jerry wants.
Yeah.
So I guess the question from me to you is, do you think he signs before Philly? Do you think he plays in Philly?
I think so. Same happened with Dak last year. I think this is. I don't think the deal's the way Jerry expected it all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with Mike. And Jerry's big about handshake deals. He's about that in the documentary. He's about that. You hear him in his interview recently with Stephen A. Smith. He believes a handshake is everything, but it's not. And you have a different kind of player now in Micah who is going to be vocal.
Yeah.
These other guys aren't going to be vocal. But
He's going to use social media.
Jerry knows it by losing Micah, which he doesn't have to lose Micah. And I don't think Micah's the type of player who's going to sit either. I really don't. He loves football. He just may not play here next year. But then again, he just franchise tag him. But Jerry's going to pay him.
Yeah, I think Jerry has some points on his interviews he's done over the past, 4 or 5 days, right? Stephen A. Smith and all of those, right?
Yeah.
Where he said, well, I have control over Micah for 3 years. He has 1 year remaining on his rookie deal, and then I can franchise him for 2. Technically, he's right? Like, those are true statements. But that's not – you're not proving anything by doing that. You're probably putting yourself in a worse situation by doing that. But that's not the way Jerry thinks, right? So what's really confusing to me about this whole situation before I watched the documentary is – Jerry's always been I think he's even said it, don't let your money get mad. And it felt like he's let the business get mad, right?
Yeah.
Especially at the agent.
Yeah.
Because it feels like his crux here, and what he's really angry at, is having to deal with the agent. And they're the ones that are butting heads, not necessarily Micah and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Or Jerry.
Jerry.
It's Jerry and the agent, right?
But I also think, though, there is that bit of where Micah's like, let me have your number. Let me do some talking. Where I think, Jerry talks about it in the documentary about his negotiations with Charles Haley. He talked about that in an interview, how easy it was. And he probably sees Micah as the same player. Intensity, kind of that charisma. It's like, but it's a little bit different. You're dealing with, I think, a 26-year-old, 26-year-old.
Yeah, 26, I think.
Who really, really, not that Charles Haley doesn't know his worth, but that was a different time period. I think when Micah looks, he's like, look at my stats. Take me off the field and see what happens.
Yeah.
And you pay your stars. My thinking is another reason why he's going to get paid. I'm not saying this is completely Jerry's thought, but we remember what happened when he did not pay Ware and Ware walked.
Yeah.
It was not pretty for that defense. It was not. So Jerry doesn't have a lot of time. So I think he will pay him. I knew this would get dragged out. And then we're not going to have the cap space to go out.
No, I also think he'll get paid.
Yeah.
To agree with you here, I think we're kind of freaking out and forgetting that we literally saw this same playbook, where it's a little different, but pretty much the same playbook last year with Dak, right? Where they waited till the last minute to sign him. So we can't really act like we haven't seen it before.
Yeah,
like, this is kind of what he does, and
it's annoying.
It's really annoying, but I can see it like really just getting done that Thursday.
Right before
the
game time.
Because
Right
again,
before
it's
the game.
Yeah,
It's
right before 6
banner
p.m.
day for the Eagles too, right?
And that's why.
I am gonna contradict both your
Okay,
go
no,
go the
that's
other
good.
way on this because Jerry is old
He is old.
and
That is true.
stubborn,
But he's stubborn. That is also true.
and he's not to let this little boy gonna tell him anything that's on his mind. You understand? He's gonna get out there and he's gonna show them boys what he can do, and what he can do is not pay that boy, which is gonna be a mistake. But
Yeah.
he could be using it to show a lesson of how tough and how much he means business and who really runs the show here, which we understand is
I'm not disagreeing. I mean,
Yeah.
like
when I say
Yeah.
I think he'll get paid, I think it's, in my opinion, 60-40. It's not like 100%.
Yeah.
Could be right.
I don't think he's going to pay him. I think Micah is going to cross a line that we haven't seen in Jerry yet because he is far more capable in dealing with media than any player has been in Jerry's orbit before, and I think that'll really, it'll trick something in his mind and then it'll be over.
Well, I
Yeah.
think the way he does that is probably if somehow Micah, I think, leaks more information about what is going on, or two, if by Thursday he's not paid, he just sits out the games, and and you're going to get all the record you thought that 7-5 because that defense ain't winning without him.
5.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that
No.
defense might not win with him.
But they're most certainly
Yeah.
gonna be, and that's gonna make Jerry look bad. But that's on Jerry.
He's going to show.
I'm completely on the athlete side all the time.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely pro worker.
yeah.
let's
Well,
do-
I mean,
Yeah. When
stats
Jerry's
don't lie
franchise
either.
is valued
Stats
at
don't lie either.
$10 billion,
yeah, it's
like he
ridiculous.
has the money. I know there's a cap, right? I get
Yeah.
that, but it's not penny pinching, right? Like he
Yeah.
has enough money.
Yeah.
So
I'm not taking his side on anything like that.
So I guess we'll see in a week from Thursday.
10 days or whatever it is. Yeah.
If we get to Thursday or past Thursday, it hasn't happened, then yes, hit the panic button. So that is that news. So we'll go from pay Micah to we got some college
Free
football.
Micah.
The
We do.
stars of the NFL that maybe if you don't pay Micah, you better have that first round pick be defense.
Yeah, where we have 10 days till the opening of the NFL season, we only have like 4 days until the true opening of college
I think
football.
it'll be 2 by the time this airs.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe 2, yeah.
So we just had Iowa State, Kansas State
Yeah,
overseas
in week 0.
Yeah, in Ireland, which I think it is cool they do those games.
Yeah.
But we have some big matchups starting Labor Day weekend, which we always do. There's always an upset. They always come out with a banger. So let's start with it. This is Saturday, Texas, Ohio State. That is huge.
Number 1 versus 3.
Number 1. UT is number 1. Is that the first in their history or in a long time at least? I can't remember.
From what I heard, I never looked up this information. From what I heard, it is the first time they opened the season at number 1.
Yeah. Well, and that is also, I think what Steve Sarkisian's done is great with that program, but 2, it's also, I think, the Arch Manning effect, too.
Yeah.
All eyes on Arch Manning.
We got to do another goddamn Manning.
Yep.
It's like the bloodline. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Man, everywhere.
And it's funny because he could go to the Saints and
Yeah.
another like his grandfather.
I used to not like Eli Manning, but then he did a rap.
I know. They're funny,
seems
though.
funny.
I love them. They should do, they do their show during the Monday Night Football. I would like to see a sitcom with them or a reality show with the man.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Um,
I think I would get tired of it pretty quickly, but I would like to see an episode.
ooh.
I would watch one episode.
Yeah.
We have Florida State versus number 8 Alabama. That's going to be interesting there. New quarterback for Alabama, Ty Simpson.
We got Clemson LSU.
Yes, Clemson LSU.
Another
That's
battle of top 10s.
probably one of those 2 quarterbacks will be the Heisman and Garrett Nussmeier and Clint Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Almost said Kubrick.
He's a Dallas guy, I believe.
yeah. And then we also have
Sunday night.
Sunday night is huge. We got Virginia Tech, South Carolina, especially big for South Carolina. And then we have Notre Dame, Miami. Carson Beck, who made the transfer to Miami, is taking on Notre Dame. And we got a new kind of regime of quarterbacks coming in. A lot of young quarterbacks. Ohio State's quarterbacks are freshmen.
Yep.
And And so Notre Dame has a new quarterback as well. I can't remember if he's freshman, sophomore.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know, all these programs develop great quarterbacks, one after the other.
Yeah,
College
Joe
football's
Montana.
back.
I know, right? We got just a couple of days, and then I'll be just sitting on Saturday watching game after game after game.
And come watch it here at Underdog
Yeah.
starting Saturday. I know there'll be a lot of Texas fans, probably a lot of Ohio State fans. Who's your pick in that one?
The Texas Ohio State. I'm a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
So fuck Ohio State.
Go Longhorns.
Yeah. So I'm definitely rooting for the Longhorns here. But I think it is the first time ever that the number one team is the underdog.
Yeah.
Because they're playing in Ohio State. So they're opening the season as number one and the underdog. Which is crazy.
College football
I'm going
doesn't make any
Texas.
sense to me.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
The
I'm going
rankings
Texas.
don't make any sense. The playoffs really don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get used to the playoffs. It's going to, obviously start mirroring the NFL a lot more.
Yeah.
And as a pro guy and not a college guy, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
But I know there's some people that are college guys, not pro guys, that are really upset about it.
Yeah, well.
And they get over it.
I'll go.
It's weird that you root for kids that can't even, legally vote.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Well, they can, but you know what I mean. Like, it's weird that
They're
you're
young.
just like,
Your whole personality
I
hinges
can't
on-
believe that this 20-year-old made this mistake.
It's like, that's the point.
20. Don't be too upset about it.
I'll go Texas. I know that they're underdog, but I think just with what the talent they do have, and there's a lot of questions for the young freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of questions about Art, but at least we've seen.
We have seen
Yeah.
a cup of coffee, right?
Yeah. So, but I think it'll be a very close game. I could see it come down by a touchdown or a field goal.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, what a big one to start the season with. All right, so that is college football. It's already here. Labor Day weekend. A lot of fun going down. I'll tell you what hasn't been – well, it's been fun this weekend except for the injuries.
Yeah, the injury news was bad.
Brandon, how are you feeling about the Rangers right now?
Well, you mentioned that it was a good weekend.
Yeah.
Cleveland came to town, and we beat the Guardians 3 in a row. We swept them. That's awesome. More good pitching performances. Wyatt played really well. Seager played well. Tellez had a couple of home runs that, were very crucial. But you mentioned injuries, right? Simeon probably out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Evan Carter broken
What the hell
wrist.
I like how they say rest of the year when you
Yeah.
got to really –
Yeah,
I know.
6 weeks left, maybe. Not even that, 5 weeks. Evan Carter's out as well, broken wrist. Berger should be coming back pretty soon, but the problem is, even with this sweep, they still have two teams that they got to jump over to get into that
Boston
third.
and Yankees, right?
No, Kansas City and Seattle.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's
to just
right.
get into that third
Yeah.
spot. And because New York and Boston have the top two spots, and then Seattle's in the third right now, and then Kansas City. So we're still 5.5 games back. So even with this sweep, it didn't really change our positioning much as far as this chase goes. And I still think it's going to be pretty tough for us to squeeze into that playoff hunt. We would basically have to win 2/3 of our games.
Yeah.
And they haven't shown any ability to do that over an extended amount of time.
Well, we are playing the Angels, and then I think after that is the A's. So
Yeah.
But I mean, you would still, even if you're winning, have to hope that Kansas City, who by the way doesn't have an easy schedule coming up.
No.
But your fate is not just in your hands.
Yeah, you're dependent on other teams, which is never a good
Yeah.
spot to be in when you're this far in the season
Yeah.
and you're chasing a spot. So,
Think that's the end for Bochy?
Well, he's going to retire. I think it was going to be his last year, no matter what. Even if they miraculously won the whole thing again. I mean, he was only on a 3-year deal. He's been retired before. What else are you going to do?
That's true.
You
yeah,
know,
I
he's
mean,
got
I think
four-
even if
four
they
of
would have
them.
won, I think he could have walked away as a winner,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, just he says it doesn't hurt, but just watching him walk out to the mound, I'm like, that looks painful.
Yeah.
He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's one of the
Yeah.
greats. I think it's time for a new management. I mean, now if obviously if they don't make the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of the pressure's going to be on Chris Young, this front office. Which, by the way, we're very grateful for the World Series that did happen. But we said this is a really good team on paper.
Yeah.
And so we want to be able to see that.
Yeah, offensively, I mean, there's a couple players that right after that World Series, you're like, these are staples, right? They're here for the long haul.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at Adolis and Jonah Heim in particular going, they might be non-tendered, right? Like, we might not even match their last year of arbitration or work with arbitration, right? Just say, see ya.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all go find it somewhere else.
Good luck.
And that's kind of weird for where those two players were
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird time, and you can say the same with Nathaniel Lowe. Like it's the weirdest, like going from a championship to this ain't the same team. But
Yeah, what do we do?
Yeah, I mean, they have players like Josh Young, which I think they still have hopes on, but the value is not as high for sure, right?
Yeah.
And then Evan Carter, just the injuries, one in the back, which that could always linger. It's just not a lot of good luck there. So they're going to have to build. We'll see. I'm interested. We still got more baseball to be played, but it's not looking the best.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
yeah, I think I said it a couple of weeks ago on the show. What I think they're missing and what Chris Young really needs to kind of look for in the offseason is some kind of rally leader, right? Because they have some locker room leaders in Seager and Simeon, but they're not really these rah rally guys.
Yeah.
That
Think Berger's not getting out there and getting jazzed?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like they don't have this just inspirational leader that's gonna give you this pep talk for younger players, where Simeon and Seager are like just do as I do kind of leaders, right?
Yeah,
Which
hey,
works
watch this.
sometimes, but maybe we need both sides of the spectrum a little
Would
bit.
you say somebody needs to get in that ass?
I would say so.
Yeah, I guess.
Do we have a sound bite?
No, not yet. I was hoping to make one with that.
Yeah, you got that new board over there. You can
We
make
do
it
have a
happen.
T-shirt. We have a T-shirt that says "Get in that ass."
So yeah,
Check it out.
Well, that's the Rangers. That's
Yeah, I mean,
baseball.
there's not much update as far as let's just wishful thinking that they go on a run, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
You have a wishful thinking sound?
I have a king of wishful thinking that I
All
listen
right.
to in the car sometimes.
All right. Well, I think wishful thinking is always the most popular. There you go, money. That's mine.
Money.
That's my wishful thinking.
Money, money, money.
I haven't tried this one yet. Oh, that's fun.
Hey,
Brandon, what's happening next?
That's
good.
Well,
I
what
like
is
that.
next is pro wrestling. This, which we don't always talk about, but we do have a WWE PLE Clash in
Yeah.
Paris Sunday. It's earlier for us during the day because obviously it's in
They're
Paris.
in France.
So if you like wrestling, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna have to be up early. So let's talk about a little bit of the card. Now, we just came off of SummerSlam 2 nights in a row, which was huge, which is great. John Cena is no longer the champion. He's no longer a bad guy. He's taking on one of the bad guys right now in Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That should be a very athletic from Logan Paul.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean he always proves that, right?
Yeah.
Where a lot of newcomers, because the whole saying right now is Logan Paul is an outsider, right? Coming into this industry that he knows nothing about, which I agree with to an extent, but
A
again,
lot of
that's
that
his
going
character.
around.
But what he has been able to do is be very athletic in the ring and do some things that you're like, veterans can't even do that,
Yeah.
right? And Cena won't be able to match that, but that's okay. Cena's still going to run that match, right?
Yes.
And it won't be that high flying from both competitors, obviously, but Logan will have some high flying moves that he's impressed with so far in his 3 years that he's been in the WWE. That doesn't seem like that long, but it's been a while.
Well, John Cena's promos have been touting Logan.
Yeah.
I agree. I think John's going to run the match, but also this is a chance for Logan to really look good too.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to give Logan a little bit of a rub, and John will not put him over because John's winning this match.
Yeah, John's winning the match.
But
I mean,
he'll make him look good, right? And tell a good story that helps Logan Paul in the long run.
I could see it ending with, Jake Paul or Logan Paul has this flash, his maneuver, the pulverizer where he flips him over. I could see it flipped into the attitude adjustment.
Yeah, they'll make that work, right? I think they had to find a filler because, those of you that watched SummerSlam, you saw the surprise return of Brock Lesnar at the end, right? Officially turning Cena back to a babyface. And then Clash in Paris doesn't get that match, right? And I think it's just Brock doesn't want to travel to Paris. Okay, that's fine, but they'll put it on here, but they needed a filler for that international pay-per-view, and who better than Logan Paul to...
Unless if he makes a surprise appearance, you never know.
He could.
I think there's still a little bit controversy with him returning.
Yeah, I don't think it was met with as much praise as WWE wanted it to be. There was some internet backlash on what is he doing here with all these,
Vince McMahon
news stories from a year ago and stuff like that, right?
Well, some of the other matches, you have Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. I have no idea what that.
I don't know what that means.
I
guess it's a no-hold-barred match.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not fans of really either of these wrestlers. Like, I've never been huge on Sheamus, and Rusev was better as Miro in AEW.
I agree.
And I wish they would have kind of kept that persona than going back to Rusev. And if they were going to go back to Rusev, have him be more the Rusev Day thing that got over as a babyface, so long ago, right? But this character, it's something we've seen a million times, and it just doesn't, this day and age, doesn't really resonate with me as much. Just this brute guy that really has no storyline going. I don't really care.
See, what I feel Rusev, Andrade, and Aleister Black are all in the same, where they brought them back, but they're like, you're going to be mid-card.
Yeah.
I thought one of them would get a little bit more of a push, but they're just sitting right kind of where they were before they left.
Yeah, really the only wrestlers or people to come back from AEW
Cody.
Is Cody and Jade.
Yeah, that's about it.
Jade's been pushed enough.
Well,
that
but Jade's like newer, fresh for WWE.
Yeah.
Like,
But it wasn't a returnee.
Yeah, Cody was the biggest. But Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, I think Roman probably will go over in that unless there's some outside interference.
Yeah, I assume Roman will go over. I think this is another case of let's see what Bronson Reed can do.
Yes.
And we've seen him in the past do things with Seth, right, where he's looked really good. I think they understand there's a lot of potential with Bronson Reed. I think that's one of the reasons they put him in Seth's stable as somebody to build, and putting him in a program with Roman is a step in that direction of you're probably not going to win this feud, but just being in this feud is pretty good. And with his Shulafala, which is a funny bit, the tribal thief, these are things that can get a heel over, especially a heel that's going to be overshadowed by the leader of his group, right, which Seth will be, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're going to put someone like Bronson Reed in a program with Roman, they have high hopes, right? Like, that's a big thing. That's a word of encouragement, right? So I think that's good.
And then we have Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Who goes over in that?
I'm surprised Nikki's still alive from the promo that Becky cut on her a couple weeks ago.
She
crushed her. I was like, get her a body bag.
Yeah.
Like the John Cena reference, I saw it pop up on my feeds 1,000 times, and I'm just like, oh my God, she destroyed her. Which Becky's so good at that.
Yeah.
Like Cena level of promo battle, just you're not winning that. Right?
No.
And Nikki had no rebuttal, and Becky goes over unless there's some kind of interference, and they do want to make the decision to get the title off of Becky, which they're going to have to do pretty soon just because that title's not doing much on her.
No.
But I don't know if it's going to do anything on Nikki either.
Yeah, it'd be the only way Lyra Valkyrie can get another shot out of it. So
if you were going to have her be the champion, you should have just had her beat Becky, right? Then why not do it?
Well, then finally, for the heavyweight title, Seth Rollins champ versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight in a fatal four-way. It's definitely Seth is walking out.
Yes.
Long-term storytelling. I think either Knight or Jey will take the pin.
Yeah, probably Knight.
Yeah.
I would say Knight takes the pin. I would say there's a chance of somebody turning heel, maybe Knight also.
Yeah, I could see that.
If Knight turns heel, then it might be Punk that takes the pin.
Yeah.
To start a program there.
Yeah.
Just to not keep doing the Punk versus Seth until WrestleMania or whenever you want it on a bigger PBLE.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could see that, but the long story is keeping Seth.
Yeah, Seth's still the
until
champion.
Probably WrestleMania, I think.
You can't have him do that epic cash in and just lose.
Yeah.
Immediately, right? Like that wouldn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Now, what are they doing with Stephanie Vaquer?
Yeah, I don't see that on now with Naomi out. She was supposed to, she wanted Evolution the opportunity to face her. So I thought we were talking about maybe Asuka could be in there, something.
Yeah, but I guess they just haven't made a decision on what to do there. I mean, anytime a pregnancy like that comes up, spoiler alert, Naomi is pregnant. Big Jim, as she said, likes to Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so I guess they haven't made a decision on where to put the strap. My guess is on another heel, which would be probably Asuka, because they are short on heels right now.
And I think they'll do it like maybe on a Raw or something like that. I'm not sure what the next PLE. I know we got Survivor Series in November.
Yeah, that's the next big one.
Because last year they did Bad Blood in October, but I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about that, so maybe not.
But yeah, I could see like a Raw. All right, well, we will find out how it turns out to be. But this is actually, also, Tanner. We people can buy stuff from us, right?
That's right. Go to pouringtakes.com and click on merch. In there, you'll see lovely T-shirt designs that I whipped up over an afternoon. It was blood, sweat, and tears. There's some really fun stuff in there, actually. There's our logo in there. You can get it printed on just about anything you could ask for, and then they just print it and send you one. You don't have to buy a bunch. You can just buy the one, and it shows up in like a week. It's great. Having a good time with it.
Also, Tanner, I believe everyone out there who's local, if you like gaming, if you like sports, what are we doing September 2nd?
Dude, September 2nd is the day after Labor Day. It's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're going to be hosting a 16-man NFL Blitz tournament.
And I'm super pumped for this.
Dude, it's going to be so fun. All right, we're taking over the TVs here in the bar.
Nice.
We're going to have announcers. We have a prize. We have a trophy. It's free to play. Just show up and get on the list. First come, first serve. We have 16 slots available. The whole event will take place from 7 to 9. So get in there, bang it out, and then get out of here at a good time. You don't have to stay all night.
That's going to be
sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And N64. We're playing on the N64.
I love that.
That's my wheelhouse.
That is classic. Love that. Love that. And if you have some more energy after that night, you can come get your karaoke on Wednesday for Throwback.
That's right.
Karaoke.
Wednesday nights, Throw It Back Karaoke. We have $2.50 Austin Eastsiders. Did you know this, Charlie?
No.
Dude, $2.50. $10, you can come in there and have a pretty good time.
Very good time.
But make sure to tip your bartenders and waitresses.
Yes.
We really want to do that.
And then also, it is a Monday night. We are recording on Monday night, so always come enjoy poker, enjoy pool every Monday night. They have a poker tournament and pool tournament going on here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club. It's been another great Monday.
Yeah, man, this is good.
I've really
Get
enjoyed
in,
it.
get out. We're getting out of here pretty early today.
We
I
did.
know.
Hey, we stayed on pretty good time, I think.
That's right. We're at 49
I guess we
minutes
can,
right now.
Heck
I guess we can blame Rhea for these going long.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
sorry. All right, that has been Pouring Takes Podcast. We'll catch you next time. Until then,
All right.
cheers.
Cheers.
This has been Pouring Takes Podcast with Charlie and Rhea. Special thanks. Technical support provided by OMGFixit.com. Throw It Back Karaoke and Events and Underdog Sports Club here in Lake Highlands.